thank you so much for coming back on time.
Yay.
Yeah. I think this is the first time that this has happened. This is fantastic. We really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to jump right into a game. Here's how the game goes. There's going to be some numbers, actually letters. There's going to be some letters that flash on the screen. It's going to be really quick. And your job is simply to notice the numbers that come on. There's a string of letters and there's going to be some numbers. Just notice what the numbers are, how many. What the numbers are, how many numbers there are. Let's see.
It's a fun one.
It's a fun one. Let's check it out. And go. Okay. Put on your fingers. How many numbers did you see? Okay. You can put 0 if you saw 0. This is okay. Okay. Okay, so most people saw 1, a couple of people saw 2. We're going to do that again.
Okay.
For the people that saw 1, check it out.
Guess we're wrong.
You have to-
Do it, sure.
How many people saw 2? Okay, how many people just still saw 1? That's cool. The person who saw 2, people saw 2. What was the numbers? Beautiful. 2 and 7. And so what mindfulness and meditation does is it actually improves the efficiency of attention, right? So they did this study, Helene Slachter did this cool study where she took people who meditated for like a 3-month retreat, right? For 3 months. It was kind of a lot of practice. And then she did this exercise with them. And she had a control group of people who weren't meditating. And most people saw the first number, which in this case was 2. And then when they saw the 2, their mind was like, oh, I got it. Yeah, I got the 2. And that basically took up attentional resources. Like right now, the phone is ringing and taking up attentional resources, right? Right? It's sort of like, and then you miss the second number, it's attentional blink, right? But with the mindfulness practice, right, you're sort of like, you notice the 2, and then you're just still present, and then you notice the 7, right? And it's like, that's how kind of mindfulness practice works. It kind of like sharpens attention, makes it more efficient. Actually pretty neat. And you guys didn't need 3 months of practice to do that. Check it out. All right, so there's 2 kinds of attention that we could talk about. One is, or 2 ways we can pay attention. One is focused attention, just kind of returning to a single point, like the anchor, like the breath. Kind of what Kamika led earlier. We're sort of like we anchor on the breath. We're just focusing on that. And then when the mind wanders, we come back. But then there's this other kind of way of paying attention, which is more kind of open awareness, where it's like, you're not anchoring the attention on any one particular thing. You're just kind of like sitting back and observing what's happening. Observing what arises, what changes, what dissolves in awareness. So, thoughts come and go in awareness. Sensations of the body come and go in awareness. Attention comes and goes. Getting lost in thoughts and being more present comes and goes in awareness. Just watching things come and go. It's like the difference between being caught in the river of your experience versus stepping back on the bank of a river and just watching things flow. Just allowing the flow of your internal world to happen without like stepping in the flow, without getting caught up in it. So there's this guy, John Kabat-Zinn, who is the founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, which Kamika mentioned earlier about that's how she got into the practice. And he's really sort of written many books and sort of like one of the godfathers of the field, so to speak, right? So he's going to talk about this, this kind of open awareness, right? Especially around thoughts. So just kind of listen in and see where it resonates.
It doesn't take long when you start to develop a practice of mindfulness before you realize that we are virtually continually bombarded by thoughts. They're like weather patterns in the mind. And there are sometimes nice, clear, sunny days, but there are an awful lot of cloudy days, tumultuous days, rainy days, turbulent, stormy weather. And again, the challenge is how are we to be in relationship to all of that stuff that's driving our lives and our narrative of who I am. And so when you get in touch with what awareness really is, then the first thing you realize is that those thoughts are not me, and they're not mine. They're just like weather patterns. They're impersonal weather patterns in the mind. So then you can observe them like a scientist. Like, what is the nature of this thought? Where does it come from? I mean, they come like bullets, fired out of a machine gun. They're very, very fast, so to speak. That's quite a militaristic image. But, another way is bubbles coming off the bottom of a pot of boiling water. If you've ever watched a pot of boiling water, say a glass pot, the bubbles tend to nucleate at the bottom. And then they go through the water and they go poof at the surface. So the thoughts are very similar, and that's where I use, and other people often use this term, the thoughts self-liberate. You don't have to get rid of them. People misunderstand meditation as, I just sweep all my thoughts away and then I'm in this like nirvana. What you'll get by trying to sweep all your thoughts away is a headache at the most, because there's no way to sweep your thoughts away. They will get you every time. And then you can have millions of thoughts about mindfulness and meditation.